Scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back today with a new series that I'm going to be doing with a bunch of ladies here on YouTube. Now this idea was started by Desiree's Tales here on YouTube, and she got a bunch of us ladies together and asked if we wanted to do a new series. So her idea was to have all of us do one video a month and to post our videos once every week, if that makes sense. So there's, I think, 8 of us. Yeah, there's 8 of us, and so 2 people will be posting during the week. So the first week there will be 2 people, the second week there will be another 2 people, and so on and so forth. So I was supposed to post my video last week, so I apologize, it is a week late. Last week was the first week of school with my kids and me working in the evenings, so it was kind of crazy. I wasn't able to get this voiceover done and everything, and I actually finished the layout like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I finished it like pretty close to the beginning of the month, but then never really got around to doing the voiceover. So here I am a week late doing the voiceover. So I hope that you will go and check out all of the other ladies' videos. I will try to remember to leave a link to all of them from the month of August that participated, and I was supposed to post, that sounds so funny. I was posting on the same day as Sara Scraps, so I will leave a link to her video as well so that you guys can go and see what she made with Washi. So for the month of August, we were going to use Washi. So every month we are going to pick an item, or Desiree is going to pick an item that we all have in our stash, and we're going to use it, and we're going to make a layout using it. So the idea that I had for this layout was actually from a scrap lift. So I was on Paper Issues and I saw this layout that you will have seen before the video started, and it was super duper cute with like the pie shape and all of this, and so I thought, why not create the pie shape and use different patterns of what is this, washi tape, and have that be my my different pie patterns or whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh gosh, I just got off work about an hour ago, and so it's been kind of a long day. So yeah, I hope that you will be able to forgive my ditziness. I don't know what to call it because of my ditziness. Anyway, so here you can see I am just working on getting a bunch of different patterns of washi tapes onto each one of these quarters of this pie chart thingy, and I will come back in a moment and all of them will be done. Okay, so now here you can see that I am back and I have my photos cut down and all of the washi tape on the pie shapes. And now I am just going to start cutting up other patterned papers to kind of be other layers to go along with these first quarters that I had already cut up. And I'm also going to pop up some of these extra layers onto some foam, and I'm going to pull a couple different patterns from my August kit. So I think this was the first or second layout that I made using my July/August Kill-A-Kit with Style kit, using some goodies from Claudia Van R Designs. I think it was I don't remember what collection it was, but it was one of her very first summer collections. And then also some, let's see, this was Fancy Free from Paige Evans. So I'm just going to use a few different patterns and I'm going to layer them all and kind of just fuss around for a little bit. And I really love how this turns out. Like, you can kind of see that I'm having a little bit of a trouble with placing the patterns and trying to fit them on with the photos and everything. But in the end, I absolutely love how this turns out. And I'm so glad that I used my washi tape this way. Make sure, like I said earlier, that you do catch the other ladies that are going to be doing this series with me. Make sure that you go and check out their videos that they did for their washi tape layouts, because they're awesome. I haven't had a chance to actually watch all of them yet, but I have watched a few of them and they're just amazing. I have some awesome scrappy friends and I love getting inspiration from them. Okay, so here you're seeing me doing some more moving around and cutting up of papers. I'm going to add another pink paper from the kit, and I'm just kind of cutting these things out using some of them as a template, and others, you know, I'm just kind of layering and just playing around with this. I did want to leave this in here just so that you could kind of see how I fuss, because I don't oftentimes leave this in my layout videos, because I can literally fuss for hours. And I'm not joking. Like, sometimes a layout will take an hour and a half, and it's because half of that time I am just fussing and trying to figure out what the heck I want to do. So here you can see I'm layering another piece of paper with some foam, and then I'm gonna put this green piece behind it, and I think I'm pretty much done with layering the pattern papers. And now I'm just going to figure out where I want them placed, and then I'm gonna glue them all down. And now I am placing the photos, and I'm going to figure out if I want to mat these, because at first I was thinking I didn't want to mat. So I'm not really sure if I like it that way. So I'm sitting there tapping my fingers, trying to figure out what I want to do. And so I'm going through my papers. I find that if I get stuck on a part of a layout, so right now I can't decide if I want to mat my photos or not, so I will move on to the next thing and pretend that I have decided and I've picked out all the papers, so I'm moving on to the next part of the layout, and that would be embellishing. And then once I finish all of the embellishing, I will come back and do the photos. Or maybe not. Maybe I decided to mat my photos. I'm telling you, I made this at the beginning of August, so I don't really remember exactly everything. So here you can see I am deciding that I am going to mat the photos. So I am going to do this yellow pattern paper, and that is from the Fancy Free collection. And then I'm going to use some black paper from, I believe it's Close to My Heart. And I'm just going to use a little mat, very, very little, very simple. And I believe I'm only going to mat the two photos on the outside. The photo that's in the middle, I'm not going to end up matting. And I really like how that kind of makes that one photo just pop off the page, because it stands out. Well, number one, because I am putting it on some fun foam, but number two, because your eye just gets drawn in because of the colors all around it. I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense? So here I'm just trying to place these two photos down, and then I'm going to mat this third photo with the yellow and then the black as well. And then I'm going to start placing all of my embellishments around on this layout, and I really love how this turns out. As I'm sitting here and making this layout, I wasn't quite sure if it was turning out the way I wanted it to, and it didn't look exactly like the layout that I was scrap lifting. And you know, sometimes how you think, oh, it would have looked so much better if, you know, I would have done this or done this with the scrap lift. And I actually really love how this turns out, and I'm very happy with it. Okay, so now I'm going to start adding stickers and embellishments and things like that to the layout. And this one, oh gosh, I didn't pull out the layout, but it was a little phrase, and I think it said, and then she slept, but I'm going to say, I cut off the word slept because this is my youngest son, Tinian, with Piper, and they're cuddling on our little papasan chair, and it's actually not little, it's a huge papasan chair. And this is Piper's favorite place in the world to sleep and just cuddle up and just get comfy. And so Tinian found her there one day and decided to cuddle up with her. And so I think what I end up saying is, and then she something. I need to just grab the layout, but I'm like really trying to remember. Okay, there we go. So it says, and then she enchanted you. So I am going to go into my stash and find some phrase stickers, and I'm going to add to that little phrase there. So here you can see I'm adding a whole bunch of embellishments and things from this stash kit that I made. And this is where I pull out the phrase stickers. And believe it or not, I think both the word enchanted and you come from a Halloween phrase sticker set. That one right there, that's the one I end up using, which I thought was so funny. So I go ahead and I put that down, and I really like how that sounds. I just think it's so cute. And then I'm kind of trying to find some more. Oh my goodness, my words. Kind of trying to. Yeah, those are real words. So then I find this one that is gray, and it's got orange writing on it. And it says, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. And I thought, OMG, that's perfect. So I'm going to make this little cluster up here. And I was going to put it on a tag, but I just really did not like how it ended up looking on the tag. I did cut it up so that it wasn't just this huge long phrase. I kind of staggered it and cut it up, but I'm not gonna like that, and I don't know, it just didn't look right. So I'm gonna change my mind, and I am going to, I'm not sure what I'm doing here, but I'm gonna put it down below that label and that banner. So I'm going to glue all of these pieces down, and I do end up bringing in this little tag that has a bunch of hearts on it, and I just think it looks super cute. Like this cluster up here is just, yeah, really cute. I love it. And I always have to do like the 3 cluster thing. I have noticed that lately. If I don't have 3 clusters on a layout, it doesn't feel finished. It's weird. And actually, this layout has 4 clusters. If you count the one that says, and then she enchanted you, that's the 3rd cluster. And then the one that says dream together down in the bottom is the 4th cluster. So it's kind of in a diagonal. Here you can see I am stamping the date. I wasn't sure what the day was, the actual date, so I just did August 2017, and I believe that was with a Studio Calico rotary date stamp that I got so long ago. And let's see, I'm not too sure what I'm doing now, but I did add another piece of pink paper up in that right hand pie area piece, whatever you call it. And now I am putting down the title, and I think that is the end. I am going to add a few enamel hearts and shapes and things around the layout, and that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys have a great scrappy day. Bye!